Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's round 2 in Chicago.
Welcome back to 5 Sip Friday, where we take a sample from a Patreon and we try to guess what we're drinking. We nose a glass, take 5 sips. Ultimately, it's revealed what we've been drinking, and we'll, of course, say whether or not we like it.
Today's sample comes from Driver Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks so much, Joe. And not much to talk about. Hanging out in Chicago, muggy day.
It is quite steamy. We've been doing good in the rain. Let's see how we do in this crazy humidity.
Here we go. Onto the nose.
I'm gonna like this one. Smells like strawberries.
It immediately strikes me as a rye.
Oh, interesting.
Fruit, caramel, vanilla, but there's a spice here.
I've been so wrong on the rye versus bourbon this year.
Yeah, we both
I'm
have.
not making any quick judgments this time. Beautiful caramel.
Yeah.
There's almost a spiciness to the nose, though.
Yeah, there's a spice here.
Yeah. First sip. Let's start the weekend.
Cheers. Everything throws me for a loop. Everybody's challenging us this year, right? This is this could be anything.
I was just thinking that it's not very distinctive.
Right.
That's like seriously, like
it doesn't stand out as a rye, as a bourbon, as a single malt.
no. And even the flavor notes are all kind of muddled together on this one.
Sip one, I'm going to rule out scotch.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
the only thing I'm ruling out. All
Let's go to sip 2.
Here we go.
Okay. I got a little brown sugar on there, some caramel, all the regular flavor notes.
Right.
There is a hint of black pepper in there. It could be a rye, but I don't know.
You know what?
It's a little bit warm too.
It's got a little bit of that single malt thing. And sorry, there's planes going overhead. Of course, we are not too far from O'Hare here, so out of our control. But it could be a single malt, but I don't think it is. It has some of the malted barley to it, but it also has bourbon notes. It also has rye notes. It's fruity, spicy, super sweet at the same time.
And I actually don't think that it's a single malt at all. I just am not getting any of those notes that you sometimes find.
Right, yeah, I would say malted barley a little
Yeah.
bit, like almost a beer-ishness to this, like a pale ale-ishness to this, but that's pale ale-ishness. That's not a good tasting note. Let's
like
get to
it.
sip 3 here.
I smelled in as I was sipping. It was a lovely nose.
It's a very nice
Man,
nose.
I'm not getting a lot of fruit or anything on this.
I think there's like a strawberry jamminess on the tip of the tongue. Doesn't stick around on the finish. The finish goes really peppery, like white pepper and peppermint.
What are you thinking about proof on this? I don't think it's very hot. Like maybe I'm around 100, but maybe it could go either a couple this way, a couple that way.
I agree. I don't think it's overly hot. I think the spice is deceptive because I'm really that spice is hanging around. The Kentucky Hug is hanging around. It is deceptive, whatever this is.
This makes me think it's probably like a new riff because if I'm going to guess bourbon, it's going to be rye, and if I guess rye, it's going to be bourbon.
I completely agree with you.
It's
on
one
that.
of those that just kind of fools you.
Yeah, no matter what. Sip 4.
Oh, okay. I got a little bit of anise flavor on the finish. Ooh, this might be a rye.
So I rolled it around on my tongue a lot that time. It's very gentle on the tongue, but the tingle is all on the finish.
Yeah.
Which makes me think again, I keep going back to it, it's got some wryness to it, it's got a lot of spice, but again, deceptive. I don't think it's that strong. I'm starting to think like 99 proof.
And I was just thinking maybe like 102 as a weird guess, only because
Good
I am
guess.
getting a little bit of warmth down here. Not
Yeah.
so much like where you normally get it, but it's almost like trickled down and it's parked itself in. All right, sip 5.
Sip 5, here we go.
Ooh, that sip actually tasted a bit familiar.
You know what I got on that one? Do you remember Red's Apple Ale?
Yeah, but I don't think I ever drank it.
I think I only tried it 1 or 2 times way back in the day. It's almost like a caramel covered Red's Apple Ale. There's the beeriness to it that I was talking about, the caramel, a little bit of apple fruit, the cinnamon now is coming along. There's a lot to like here. It's a busy whiskey, whatever it is.
I would agree. I'm standing with that. The flavors are not very distinct in here. There are a lot of just like the regular flavors that we usually talk about. I'm getting some baking spice on this, which actually makes me think that this could be a rye, but it is not like super rye forward at all.
No.
I just think that there's enough of those spices in there
Yeah.
that it's one of those that are trying to trick you.
Yeah, it's a complicated whiskey, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's blended that way
Yeah.
or if it's just the mash bill is complicated. Something weird is going on here. I don't
Yeah.
think it's finished. What do you think
No.
it is? Proof, type, and brand?
Gosh, every time I'm like, I'm gonna go this way, and then and I'm not 100% on it. It's always something else. But I think I am actually gonna go rye. I was gonna go over 100, but I really think, taking into account of the heat, first whiskey of the day, I think I'm gonna go with that 98. I know I'm stealing your proof on that, but I just don't think it's over 100. Yeah. Knowing where Driver Joe is from, I'm gonna make a crazy guess and say it's Middle West rye. There's something familiar about this, like we have this bottle or we have a brother or sister of this bottle, and so that's what I'm gonna go with. And there's a plane overhead.
Again. All right, and I'm going to hedge our bets.
Perfect.
I'm going to go Kentucky Distillery. That
Okay.
I don't know if they're still sourcing from MGP in Indiana, but they were for a time, and they make a nice rye. I'm told they make a good bourbon. I haven't tried it. I'm going with Old Pepper.
Oh,
Just completely, yeah. Old Pepper. I'm going to the high rye bourbon. I don't even know if they make one, but
this is the round
We're
of
we're
we don't
going
know
all
if
over
it exists, but we're going with it.
and I'm gonna go 100 proof. I'm gonna go right on 100. I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's working out for me. So Middle West,
Yeah.
98 proof
Yeah.
rye,
Yeah,
and I'm thinking Old Pepper Distillery, a high rye bourbon, 100 proof.
yeah.
Guesses are in, bets are hedged. Thank you so much, Driver Joe, for this very tricky sample. Let's see what we got here. It is B, right?
B. Oh crap! It's New Riff. I knew it. I flippin' knew it.
What is it?
It's New Riff Maltster, 65% corn, 18% Bohemian floor malted wheat, 10% unmalted wheat, 7% dark wheat, so we were definitely not right. It is 5 years and bottled and bond. 100 proof.
So no rye.
Nope. And I told you, it's one of those darn new riffs that either tastes like one or the other.
Well, here's your glass, and we'll be back next time and try and do a whole lot
Driver
better.
Joe, that was not very nice. You
Not
know
very
how I
nice.
feel about the new riff bottles.
I better not see another new riff this season. No more new riffs, everybody. That's it. End of the line.
I like it.
From wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. I guess what I was tasting was wheat.
Come on.
By the way, Driver Joe, we liked it.
It's really good whiskey.
New riff.
New riff.
My enemy.